Hello, my name is Shutley, and welcome back for another episode, actually, the episode 100 of How to Run 3 in Black Ice as People's Republic of China. So, in previous episode, the Americans decided to declare war on Ireland and Sweden. Swedes are actually doing fairly good against the Norwegians, so that's going to be interesting to see. But I suppose the Danes are now pushing in. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. But we are at least, we gained some area in northeastern Italy. But there's a loads and loads of American troops now arriving in here that we need to break through. And that's going to be easier said than done. Now, to be fair, I don't know how easy it would be to do landings over here near Brindisi, get to Toronto and Bari, and then start pushing in. Like, if we actually have a look at the VPs, so these are 7 VPs total. Palermo is another 5. Calabria is another 3, so that'd be 15. Then Napoli and Foggia are another 13. So that's a decent bit. If we can get to Rome, that's 25 points to be fair. Although for that, it might be easy to first do landings in like Sardinia or something like that. But I don't think the Italians have much of an air force, so we got that going for us. I suppose we do have some more planes in Japan still that we could probably bring in. Like these ones, for example. It's a bloody long distance to fly, mind you, so it's going to take a little while before they can really have an impact on the fighting. But we can use our air force over here to just wreck the enemy, hopefully. Little by little. And do we have any more planes in here? Let's actually have a look at the Harkov HQ, the Western Army Group. So we got... Oh, we only put in the interceptors underneath this. Okay, so we need to probably change a lot of the targets. So this one's... oh, yeah, that's the wrong area. I suppose the easier way to is just to select everything in here. Okay, we've got a whole lot of interceptors in here, that's for sure. Some of the tactical bombers are just moving in, I think. We got the close air support. Actually, no, the tactical bombers have been doing bombing runs in Polar. And then we got the close air support. We got a whole lot of interceptors, but that's about it. So let's just go ahead and take these, assign it under the the Western Army Group itself, because we've got good traits in there, and you know, it will benefit at least a tiny bit. Right, and then there was the bombers down here that we probably want to relocate under the Western Army Group. And then I suspect that there were loads and loads of interceptors. Yeah, we got another 8 group, or wings of interceptors, or squadrons of interceptors, as I like to refer them, due to their size, or the manpower requirement for these. Right, so let's actually go ahead and bring these to Augsburg. A little bit closer at least, and it's not a full airfield right now, full of enemy planes there, so that should help. Right, they're sending more and more troops attacking us in Marana. We are having some descent issues, but they are the ones having supply issues. Well, there we go. Military hospital. Right, so we got that in the previous episode. Light cruiser class to level 2. So that's the, like, proper class level. It's still pretty early levels that we're getting in there. And we've got the damage control upgraded for the light vehicles, or the lighter warships. We could get the light cruiser armament underway. And armor thickness. I guess we could get these actually as well. We could get the anti-air focus. The anti-air cruiser tends to be kind of inconsequential, really. So I don't tend to favor them at least all that much. Like, sure enough, they kind of have a role, but at the same time, they don't really do enough to really make a difference. Okay, so they're attacking with 7 units in Murano. Now, luckily it is mountains. Oh, they got another 2 in there. Now they're just sending everything, aren't they? Okay, well, do we have any more troops? How's the... Right, these mechanized troops are going to enter in the battle for Pola. We did at least clear out Zara. So one of these can start to probably just pull it all the way to Gorizia. We might start having some supply issues, mind you, but I suppose it's a risk that I'm willing to take right now. Well, there's another convoy saying. So how's the Italian... I suppose they're probably getting a lot of unity because of the American expedition forces in here. Oh yeah, no one else joined the war against me, at least. Not directly, but yeah, this proxy war is going to be quite a bloody affair. But I suspect that Venezia is at least going to be... basically, it's going to be a repeat of Himeji. Have the planes arrived here yet? Oh, they have. There we go. But they probably need to... I wonder, actually, which way are they getting there? Okay, I think it's going from this way. So we'll start doing logistical bombing over there, continuously. Because these both are 8 nodes away from Roma. So it must be taking the shortcut through here then, along the coastline. So if we just wreck the infrastructure in there, they will have probably a lot of supply issues along the front line, actually. Of course, it's not going to be instant, but it will buy some time. And we did get another unit in here in Marana to help defend. But we might get outflanked a little bit too much in here. Now, I'm pretty sure that Trento we can still hold on to, but if we lose Murano, then we might need to retreat. Now, we do have some reinforcements currently in Hungary that will be helping with that, but of course, it's going to take a little while. I'm not going to call in anyone else into the war either, because I'd rather not risk the other nations as well. I'm going to pull one of the units from Trento, because we just won that battle to help defend in here. The headquarters are going to be arriving there. That's going to give us a fairly good commander for the combat, and it's got heavy artillery and everything else, so the damage that we deal against the enemy should be fairly substantial. We've got the defense modifiers already at least 600% on all three of these. I don't think it's going to be going down either. Let's go ahead and take the 36th Division out of the combat. We've got a few more units in here that we can send in. We don't need to send them in yet, but we'll probably do that. Actually, oh, advanced tank optics. Oh, there we go. Right, let's get the advanced tank optics off the research queue. And we've got another interceptor. Well, fair enough. I'm just going to go out and drop that on our capital. Oh, right, this one could get a leader. We'll get Simon Walker over here. And then I guess we'll assign this under the Western Army Group, and we'll send this to somewhere around here. I don't know where exactly, but I suppose Zagreb will do for now, and then we'll potentially relocate it later on. Oh, there we go, Victor Pola. Now, we may need to defeat this British division over there as well, for all we know. I guess we can go ahead and let most of these already start moving towards the other front line, including these mechanized divisions. Start heading down this way. Actually, I'm going to redeploy these. At least these two. Because these have a fairly good combat capability, so we want them to get in to help defend Murano. Now, admittedly, it's mountain wood, so it might not be the best location for armored troops to defend in, but it's going to make the life of the attackers quite painful. Now, I suppose, actually, we've got Katmandos over here, who's also a very experienced general. I'm going to go ahead and make him into a corps commander. I suppose we can get the night fighter over here for the time being. So we've got a few corps over... Actually, do we have anyone... Right, Iliescu is leader of the mechanized corps. What about the... So second corps has got a bit of a mixture of units. You know what? Yeah, Cat can take control of that. There we go. So we've got another corps commander then to push onto one of these infantry corps. For example, this one, the 33rd. Do we have any... Oh, right, that's the empty division. I don't suppose the coastal cards really needed a commander. I'm just going to take that commander, put it on the 32nd corps, and also get some division commanders for these. And we are doing logistical bombing over here in Italy. Let's actually have a look at the supply situation. But they can transport 3,000 supplies. They receive 440. They require 700. So that is at least somewhat reduced supplies. They are having some supply issues on numerous areas in here, actually. I'm going to go ahead and pull back the 48th Division into Bolzano. I suppose this one can move in to assist there. So we just need to get a bit more troops in there to help with the defense. I guess we've got the 1st Motorized Corps as well. Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and send these infantry units to Bolzano. And then hopefully they can help the defense in the mountains. I'm going to go ahead and start building some pillboxes in here as well. Probably pretty much the entire front line is going to get some pillboxes. It's going to take a while, but I suspect that it's going to be another very painful experience for a little while in here, regardless. But once we... Oh, actually, do we still have the... Oh, yeah, we've got troops moving through here. It's the Mercenary Corps, right. Which, that could get another leader, I think. No one's going to take control of this. I'll just get someone else in charge of this. Try to use the custom leaders on the more important corps and such. Right, so we've got another corps commander. Then I guess what we could do is just get corps in here and have that one take part of it. So this one's got assault guns in here. It should be fairly effective division, I suppose. And I guess we could also just assign this corps underneath the... Well, I guess we'll put it under the 7th Army for now. We do have one division, or some division HQs over here. Let's go ahead and actually relocate one of these onto the garrison. And then the other one can move into there and then be combined in there. We do have a little bit extra troops over here behind the line against in case the British join in the war against us. They have not joined yet, at least, but they are fighting Ireland and Sweden. So that's a bit of a interesting situation there. Oh boy, we're taking quite heavy losses over here in Marana. I'm going to move this one over there as well. I think Venezia is still going to hold quite nicely. And if need, well, we've got 6 reserves there. It's only one province that they can attack us from. So that shouldn't be too bad. How's the supply situation now? They can still transport quite a bit. We have damaged the infrastructure at least a decent degree. There's a loss of more than a full level, let's just say. And since they don't really have an air force in here, I'm just going to go ahead and use these as a intercept daily. Okay, a little bit of range. And then do we have... Right, we've got the close air support over here as well. That is not doing anything. I could try doing attacks on Padua. Ooh. I can actually go all the way to Ala. Let's do some ground attacks there, because there's not quite as many units in here. And we kind of need to help with the defense in here as much as possible. So how much is... Actually, how much is the manpower that they have in here? 300... Okay, about 330,000 men in here. I'm hoping that we're at least dealing some damage with that. Actually, since we don't have that many air attacks right now, I'm going to turn the pop-ups again for that. There we go, that should be it. There we go, so, oh, that's over 2,000 casualties from just that one trip. That's pretty good, and we won another battle in Treviso. We're taking a little bit casualties in here, but it's not too bad. Ooh, and there we go, Chucky, they've lost a bit of supplies, and infrastructure took another half a level of damage. Ooh. So soon enough, they are going to start having some issues with the supplies, I reckon. I might need to pull back the 11th Division. Let's go ahead and send in another... I think we'll send the motorized division in there. We've got still plenty of units to spare, mind you, but... Oh, and there we go, pushing back another unit. They've still got 11 units in reserves. Now, I don't think they're going to be having quite as many units in here as the Japanese had in Himeji, so there should be, like, a slightly easier option of that. Oh, did we get the... Oh, yeah, we did get some close air support in here. Let's go ahead and start doing some ground attacks over here instead. And we got some more interceptors. Let's put those into our capital. And what do we have as the research? Oh, right, small warship fire control computing machine. So there we go. That's a one less thing to worry about now. How we're looking on officers, we are 105% still. So, well, we're taking probably a decent bit of casualties in here right now. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure that the Americans are also probably taking some losses from this. And Trento seems like it should be holding quite easily. If I'm honest. Do I have someone that is moving? Oh, yeah. You're just going to retreat from there. The other 4 can easily hold on. Oh, well, there we go. Chucky. Yeah, that's some more infrastructure damage. Another half a level, actually. And another 1,500 casualties in Laza. And how's the supply situation now? So they can still transport over 2,200. So technically speaking, they can bring in all they need. In theory. In practice, though, we are starting to do quite a bit of damage. Oh, and okay, they need a lot more supplies through here. We don't know how much they need around these areas. I'm going to go ahead and build some radar stations, actually, as well. I guess we'll build out the anti-aircraft guns as well. I don't think we'll need to, but we'll get that underway regardless. So with some radars, we can get some more information about the provinces and all that. That might help. Oh, there we go. That's another 2,000 casualties. So the troops that are attacking, how's the battle in here? So they've got 366,000 men still attacking. We've got only 47,000 defending right now. We've got another division heading in there very shortly, though. So that's going to give us a bit more time. And then I suppose as soon as these troops that just redeployed in here are ready, we'll move those in. Oh, there we go. That's another decent bit of damage on the infrastructure in here. So just a few more, like, once we get to like 3, maybe 2 levels of infrastructure, it should already be substantial enough that they won't be able to transport all the supplies through here anymore. And that's what we're kind of hoping for. They are pulling back a few more units from the battle in Venezia. They've still got 10 units in reserves. Oh, there we go. That's another 1,400, almost 1,500 casualties for the enemy. So slowly but surely, we are defeating, well, dealing damage to the enemy. I wouldn't necessarily we're defeating them yet. Is that, oh, that is going to be another naval bomber group. Actually, I'm going to just put this in our capital as well. We can probably go ahead and assign this under the... Actually, this is going to be under the Southern Army Group. Let's go ahead and move this one down here. Because we don't really need that many interceptors right now. For the naval bomber, this is going to be potentially actually useful in the Western Army Group. Because we can then get these into, like, maybe Albania or something like that. And we can start sinking just a whole lot of convoys along the coastline here to force them into submission. Also, we got our assault ships here somewhere. Yeah, let's go ahead and take another corps of infantry then. We'll just go ahead and rebase these in Tirana. So that we'll have potentially some troops to do landings into southern Italy then, to maybe distract some of the enemy units in here. And, you know, if we can get, like, I don't know, 2 corps of troops at least in there, that might be enough to get to, like, the Naples or the, is the Gustav line in here? Well, anyway, just north of Naples, we can probably get to that. Oh, there we go, another quarter point of infrastructure damage in Georgia. How's the planes looking? Oh, they're actually still in pretty good shape. Attack in Venice is still fine. That's another 1,900 casualties for the enemy. And the reinforcements are almost in... Oh, there we go, another victory at Trento. Another attack into Trento. That's the 88th Infantry Division now trying to attack. Not very successfully, mind you. So how is the unity now? It was 47.1 previously. Oh, they have lost some unity thanks to our convoy raiding. Okay, well that's actually pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and pull back that infantry unit without any organization. Or very little organization right now. The reinforcements are on the way, and I suppose the corps is moving in there, and I suppose the mechanized troops are almost ready to start moving in. So how's the combat numbers in here now? We've got 51,000, they got 360,000. So they are definitely taking losses in there. What about the battle in Venice? They got a bit shy of 400,000. Well, 385,000 versus our 214. So it's a bit less than 2 to 1 for their advantage there. Of course, you know, a proper combat, basically the same, let's be honest. Ooh, right, that's a bit of, ooh, Dragon Prime Mover is up to date. That's good, and then there was the high-frequency directional finding is now ahead of time, or up to date, rather. So there we go, down to 204 projects, and steel armor casting is actually going to be done tomorrow. Now, while I could try attacking into either one of these 2 provinces, I'm going to just let them waste their manpower against us right now. Actually, I do wonder. We are starting to get some more spies in, at least. Let's see. Albania, we don't know anything. Austria, we don't know anything. Actually, that reminds me. I should probably go through the utility tool and set up the puppets to do things. So, let's have a look. Luxembourg. You have no focus, I suppose. Yeah, you don't really need a focus. Then Austria. You've got no focus right now. I suppose you could be making some armies. Then Czech. You can make some armies. Hungary is already making armies. Slovakia is already making armies. Albania. I'm going to have you make some air, I think. And then Yugoslavia. We're going to start making some navy, I think. Just so that we can have a bit of extra fleets in the Mediterranean. In addition to my fleets, of course. Right, how's the infrastructure? That's... Oh, there we go. It is taking damage. They are losing some supplies in there, so now they are having... It's still not a massive issue. They're not still getting enough supplies through, of course, but... Oh, there we go. There's another 2 tactical catalysts on the enemy. Attacking us in here, so... The enemy is definitely taking a lot of losses with these 2. And our close air support is doing a really good job, I will say. Did we get the other bomber wing already in here somewhere? Where did I... Oh, right, that was in here. No, that's not quite ready yet. Well, I mean, it has arrived in here, but it needs a whole lot of organization. These are doing bombing runs already. We do have air... No, that's actually just a naval base in here. I could probably build an air base in here, to be fair. Also build a naval base at 1 more level. So when are we actually... Ah, right, so these 2 are... Okay, November is when we can start getting more of these infantry divisions with the assault guns. We're going to get a whole lot more twin-engine fighters, that's for sure. So this... Oh, right, so these are for one of those twin-engine fighters that is already built. Then that's going to be another group. And they will have a lot of these... well, 2 air groups of twin-engine fighters. There we go, that's a bit more infrastructure damage. They are already about halfway damaged there. Can we actually see how much can they... They can still transport about 1,200 supplies through there. They don't need quite that much. It might be that they started to getting their supplies from other routes now. Or in some of these sections, but not all of them. Ah, there we go, the reinforcements are now arriving. Let's go ahead and send the mechanized units in here. Trento is going to be fairly easy to hold on to right now, so I'm not too worried about that one. Any units, I suppose we may need to retreat some more troops from Venice, so we'll go ahead and pull those two back. Go ahead and send in one more instead. Because we've still got plenty of reserves there. And it's actually, we don't want to have too many units in reserves here, because they won't be able to regain organization or anything like that while they're in combat. But at the same time, we want to have at least a couple there, so if we need to retreat, we'll already have units to replace the troops on the front line. There we go, that's under 60 supplies and fuel. It's pretty decent. And yeah, they're slowly taking some damage in there. Oh, they are having some supply issues in Padua. Is that actually visible in here? They got minus 14% territorial pride. Okay. Well, I don't mind that, actually. But no, it's not visible on the units there yet, but it might be that it will be soon enough. Right, so steel armor casting capability. Is that... Right, that's the one over there. That... Well, actually, it doesn't really unlock too many things for us. Oh, there's the heavy armor design, actually. That's something that we could research. And the infantry support tank. We don't have a lot of those, admittedly. Probably could have a lot more. Also, special force branch upgrade. I forgot to do that one. So there's a few more research underway. Oh, and that's another 2,000 casualties for the enemy. Thanks to our air support. So they've still got another 7 in the reserve. And there's going to be still a lot of mechanized troops. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit more damage over here. So the infrastructure is down below 4 levels now. So is that... Well, it hasn't really had quite as much of an impact I was hoping for. But it's still an improvement. I suppose what we could do is, with this one, we'll start doing logistical bombing behind the other province in here. And little by little, we'll get enough planes, hopefully, in here to just basically wreck the infrastructure behind the front line for all the entire length of the front line. And then, you know, we'll be able to destroy the enemies there, and then we'll just move into those provinces and then potentially rinse and repeat. Sure, we can give fuel to the Soviets. Another light cruiser, put that in the reserve fleet, and that's the bomber for the twin-engine fighter, and then we'll get another twin-engine fighter group in here. Actually, did we have... I'm pretty sure we still have some bomber groups in here. And there's another light bomber group. Go ahead and just pull that one into... I guess Augsburg will do. Little by little, we'll be getting through these... we are, of course, taking a bit of losses on the battles in here, but I think we are definitely inflicting a lot more casualties on the enemy than we're taking. And there we go, there's a bit more supplies and a few more, or quite a few more casualties. There's another over 3,000 over here for this, or well, I suppose these two combats mostly, but yeah, it's still pretty good, I would say. And the reinforcements should be arriving hopefully in, oh yeah, there should be some almost there. Trento is once again under attack. There's a keep on sending one unit at a time. We will have, oh right, we got another corps of infantry coming in here, so we're going to rotate these with the provinces in here. And of course, I don't suppose our transports have arrived here yet. Some of them have, but right, this is the other group. The proper group is still in, well, southeast of Vietnam. There we go, that's another 1,000 casualties in Allah. So surely enough, we are definitely dealing a lot of damage. How's the infrastructure? Right, so we haven't actually done any bombing runs of Ferrara yet. Oh, there's even some British troops now given to Italians. Let me just double check that they haven't pulled in anyone against me. Nope. Again, I could call in the Soviets, but I don't think I will. Oh, right, Soviets are already influencing Sweden. Oh, hold on a minute. Ah, right, so they should be moving towards us fairly quickly, because they're fighting the Allies, of course. That being said, okay, so they haven't won Norway yet. And they're still held back over there, but I suppose Irish are having a bit more problems there. Or Ireland. Let's go ahead and pull back the 40th Division. Also, I'm just going to go ahead and build up the infrastructure over here behind Venice real quick, because honestly, we might have a bit of a rotation, or long-term rotation with troops in here for the time being, so I want to make sure that they are at least recovering as quickly as possible. Ooh, and there we go. That's a bit more infrastructure damage again. Of course, the damage is now harder to do since there's less infrastructure. But we're still doing okay, and we're probably getting a little bit of... I don't know if we're actually getting an XP. No, probably not. On these, they started with 10. But regardless, we are at least... Oh, and that unit attacking us is attacking from Ala. Oh boy, it's losing organization rather rapidly. So how is the supply situation now? They have... Oh, I think they're getting from a different route now. Yeah, okay, so they're getting their all the supplies through Ferrara. Okay, well, let's go ahead and... Where's the... Is it the planes in here that are doing the bombing run? Yes. So let's just go ahead and switch to do logistical bombing on Ferrara instead then. And I suppose the ones back here, once they're ready, can continue doing the logistical bombing in Georgia. Or Georgia. But yes, sooner or later they will have some more issues. Oh, and they've lost several units from the combat now. Ooh, destroyer escort specialization. There we go. A little bit less sea attack, more sniper attack, and slightly less positioning, but better escort efficiency. Is there actually any other... Oh, right. Carrier aircraft. We should probably get some of these other carrier techs as well. That way we can get... Oh, right. Actually, the spotting... I guess we can leave that be for now. Right, so we've got 12 units in the combat. The enemy's got 14 total. Let's go and send another one of these into... Oh, there we go. Another victory at Trento. Another attack into Trento, again from Ala, so they are going to be taking a lot of losses in that. Thanks to our bombing runs. Oh, and there we go. Destroying the infrastructure. They do need a lot of supplies through here. And with our interference, they will be, hopefully, having some issues. So there's still 13 units now attacking Venice. There we go. Treviso under attack. That's another 1,000 casualties for the enemy from ground attacks. Let's go ahead and send in 2 of these to the south, or west, and then 2 southwest. So to Murano and Trento respectively. And we'll do 1 over here as a reserve still, plus the headquarters, I suppose, itself. But we need to retreat the... you know what, we'll pull back the 55th division now. Looks like the enemy... Well, no, actually, they've still got plenty of troops in here. There's just lost several units at this short period of time. Thus, they haven't gotten their... They should be getting these pretty quickly, mind you, but they haven't gotten them into the combat yet. Or... Oh, wait, no, they got the full combat already. Never mind. There we go, another victory at Trento, and that's some more cruisers. And some planes. And that's another twin-engine fighter. I believe this is going to be yet another group. And that's going to be the twin-engine fighter... Or the first of the twin-engine fighter groups. Oh, there we go. Another battle in Trento. We're doing some bombing runs in Ferrara. So while we are holding our ground in here, admittedly. We've got plenty of troops to spare still. I do wonder... Right, so I suppose it's going to take a while before we get some more troops into Albania. And I don't suppose... Oh, no, our transports haven't arrived there yet. They are south of Formosa now. Or Taiwan, so we are going to get into... there soon enough. Also, transfer 2 of the ships into the fleet. Then we'll pick up the mechanized corps and transport that one directly into Tirana. And I think, how far are the... Right, the reinforcements are still south of the Aral Sea, so that's going to take a little while. So eventually we could get those over here to help in southern Italy as well. But in the meanwhile, we've still got a lot of combat to do. Oh, another victory at Treviso. So at least the enemy is taking a lot of losses, if nothing else. Let's go ahead and pull back another infantry division, and we'll just send in another one instead. Oh, and there we go. Another 800 casualties in Laza. Which, most of the attackers are actually coming from there right now. Actually, none of them are attack... Oh, so yeah, it's only from there. Well, that might explain why there's not quite as much damage done from... or into Ala right now. Of course, they are still attacking from other... Well, actually, they are still attacking from Ala. Well, never mind then. That means that's how they want to do it. Who am I to complain? I'm going to go ahead and send this one a little bit closer over here as well. We got troops guarding the port for now. Actually, technically speaking, no. Okay, Yugoslavia does have a corps over here in Zara. I might give Polar with them as well at some point, but we'll probably wait until we've defeated Italy. There we go, we're doing some more bombing runs. They do have quite a supplies in Ferrara. They can still transport quite a bit through there as well. But there we go. Well, they do have a decent bit of reinforcement to attack into Murano with. They're not really doing the damage that they would probably want to. This is the usual problem with the Americans. They have just at least half their divisions. I suppose it's same for most of the major nations, to be fair. But at least half their divisions are like mechanized or armored divisions or whatnot. It's not really a problem for me right now, mind you. It's just their supply problems are going to be massive. We may need to pull back the 4th Infantry Division soon enough as well. But they're down to 11 units attacking us. Actually, we got more units in the combat now, so if we have a look at the manpower, they do still have the manpower advantage, barely, but they do have it. It looks like bombing runs are still quite effective up here in the mountains. So the northern or northwestern part of the front line, we're mostly holding in the mountains. Right in the middle, we're not, or in Treviso, there's not really anything going on. In Trento, they're sending one unit at a time, which is not really that bad. I suppose what I could do is I could pull back the 5th Division now. It's been there for a while, taking the most of the damage from the enemy units, so it can probably go and take a bit of a rest. Oh, we got some air bases in western corners of our nation. I believe it was, yeah, over here we got an airfield. It's almost full level, actually. That reminds me, we did get the infrastructure through here, so let's go and move in the mountaineers a little bit closer, shall we? That's also another thing that we may need to send in some infantry. Let's go ahead and take this particular corps. Let's move to Laza. So, you know, if need be, we can at least push through that. They've got quite a bit of troops in here defending, and let's actually go ahead and pull some pillboxes along here. So we can hold on to that province if need be. Again, we don't know if there's going to be a war between us and the all the allies, but we need to be prepared for it regardless. And no, we're still not fighting anyone else, at least. Oh, we can take money from our puppets. I don't think we need to be fair. Let them have their cash. How's the... Okay, we got several units in here. We may need to retreat the 43rd Division. It's been taking decent amount of casualties. Let me just pull it to take a bit of a rest there. I'm going to go and send another unit instead. And with that, we are unfortunately out of time with this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.